So in this video, what we are going to see is that we are going to see the addition of fractions. How we have to add two or more fractions. That is what we are going to see in this video. So now first tell me, what is a like fraction? Like fraction. The fractions which have denominator as same are called like fractions, right? 2 by 3 and 1 by 3. These two are like fractions. 5 by 6 and 2 by 6. These two are also like fractions. So what are unlike fractions? When the fractions have the denominator as different. For example, 1 by 3 and so what are called unlike fractions? The fractions which have denominator different are called unlike fractions. For example, unlike fractions examples can be 2 by 9 and 3 by 7. The denominator here is 9 and the denominator here is 7. These are called unlike fractions, okay? So by knowing this concept, now we'll move into addition of fractions. First we'll see how we have to add like fractions, okay? So adding like fractions. So in like fractions, the denominators are same, right, as I already told. For example, 6 by 9 plus 1 by 9. Hence the denominators are same here. What you can do is that you can directly add the numerators. You don't have to do any further things. You can just write 6 plus 1 by 9. That is, make the denominators common and just add the numerators. You will get 7 by 9. It's very simple, okay? So I'll give you one more example for adding like fractions. 3 by 5 plus 1 by 5. So what will you get? Here the denominators are same. So 3 plus 1 by 5, which is equal to 4 by 5. So this is the answer. So here we saw adding two like fractions. So now we'll go to little more complex and try adding three like fractions, okay? For example, you have like 2 by 9 plus 1 by 9 plus 4 by 9, okay? It's similar to the previous example only. What you're supposed to do is that all these three fractions have the denominator as same. So you have to take the denominator as common and just add the numerators. 2 plus 1 plus 4. So what is 2 plus 1 plus 4? It's 7. So 7 by 9. Okay. So this is how we are supposed to add if they are given like fractions. So next is when the fractions are unlike fractions. So adding unlike fractions. So when the fractions are unlike, what you have to do is that you have to change the denominator into same, okay? So after changing the denominator into same, they look like fractions, right? So after that you can continue adding by how you have added the like fractions. For example, you have 2 by 3 and 1 by 2. You are supposed to add these two. Here what is the denominator? It's 3. Here what's the denominator? It's 2, right? So you can't directly add these two. So for this, what you have to find is that you have to find the LCM of 3 and 2. So what is the LCM of 3 and 2? The LCM of 3 and 2 is 6, right? So now what's your duty is that you have to convert the denominator of both these fractions into 6. So here you have 2 by 3. So to convert this 3 into 6, with which number will you multiply? So when this 3 is multiplied by 2, it becomes 6, right? You can't just put 3 into 2 and write it as 6 and write 2 by 6, okay? That is not a proper way. What you have done to the denominator, it should also be done to the numerator also, so that the values doesn't change. Anything, like remember this rule, anything which is done to the denominator should also be done to the numerator, okay? So 2 by 3, and the main goal is to convert the denominator into the LCM. So you will multiply 2 by 3 into 2 by 2. So you will get 4 by 6. And this 1 by 2 can be multiplied by 3. So you will get 3 by 6. So now we have got two fractions, 4 by 6 and 3 by 6. So just see these two fractions. Are their denominators same or different? They have the same denominator, right? So now we can directly add them. 4 by 6 plus 3 by 6 is equal to 7 by 6. Okay, so this is how you will be adding improper. So this is how you will be adding unlike fractions. Okay, so we'll see one more example in this so that you will become more clear. So you have 1 by 7 plus 2 by 3. So now what is the LCM of 7 and 3? LCM of 7 and 3 will come out to be 21. Okay, so what's our duty? Our duty is to change the denominators into 21. So to change 7 into 21, with which number will you multiply? You will be multiplying with 3. Okay, so to convert 3 into 21, with which number will you multiply? You have to multiply it by 7. Okay, so 1 by 7. If you are multiplying the numerator and denominator by 3, what will you get? You will get 3 by 21. Similarly, 2 by 3. If you are multiplying the denominator and numerator by 7, what will you get? You will get 14 by 21. So now we have to add these two fractions. It will be 3 by 21 plus 14 by 21. So we will get 3 plus 14 by 21, which is equal to, what will be the answer? 17 by 21. Okay, so the same goes when you have 3 fractions or more than 3 fractions or 5 fractions, 6 fractions. This is the same method by which you have to do. You have to convert the denominators into same numbers and then further proceed with the addition. Okay, so we'll see an example of adding unlike fractions more than 2. Okay, so you have 2 by 5 plus 1 by 2 plus 2 by 3. Okay, so what you have to do? You have to take LCM for all these 3 numbers. So when you are taking LCM for all these 3 numbers, what will be the answer? It will come out to be 30. Okay, so the LCM will be 30. Now what's your goal? Your goal is to convert this 5 into 30, this 2 into 30 and this 3 into 30. So if you have to convert 5 into 30, with which number will you multiply? You are supposed to multiply it with 6, right? So if you are going to convert this 2 into 30, with 15 you have to multiply. And if you are going to convert this 3 into 30, with 10 you will be multiplying. So when you are multiplying 2 by 5, the numerator and denominator both by 6, what will you get? You will get 12 by 30. And if you are multiplying 1 by 2 by 15, 1 by 2 into 15 by 15, what will you get? You will get 15 by 30. And now 2 by 3 for converting into 30, you'll be multiplying by 10, right? So 20 by 30. So now what have you got? You have got 3 fractions with the same denominator. So now what you have to do? You are going to add them. So 12 plus 15 plus 20 divided by 30. So what is 12 plus 15 plus 20? It will be 47 by 30. Okay, so this is how you have to add a more than 2 unlike fractions. So the next is, we'll see adding a whole number by a fraction. Okay, we'll see one example for that also. It's also similar to this only. So you have 4 plus 1 by 3. So what is 4? 4 is a whole number. So you're adding this whole number to a fraction. So in this case, what you have to do is that if there is a number in the denominator, there is nothing. What does it mean? It means that there is 1 in the denominator. Like 4 by 1 can be written as 4. Okay, 3 by 1 can be written as 3. So what does this 4 mean? 4 means that it's 4 by 1 plus 1 by 3, right? The denominator of 4 is 1 and the denominator of 1 by 3 is 3. So now what are we going to do? We are going to take LCM for 1 and 3. Why are we taking LCM for 1 and 3? To convert the denominators into the same number. So the LCM for 1 and 3 will be 3. So now what you have to do? You have to convert the denominators into 3. So for 4 by 1, if you are multiplying by 3 and 3, you will be getting 12 by 3. And for 1 by 3, you just multiply by 1 itself, or just you can write it 1 by 3 itself. So when adding, it will be 12 by 3 plus 1 by 3, which is equal to 13 by 3. Okay, so now you just see here, we'll go on an extra step. What is 13 by 3? 13 by 3 is actually an improper fraction, right? So what is the next step of an improper fraction? We can convert it into mixed fraction, is right? So mixed fraction, if you are converting, you will get 4 1 by 3. You can either leave it like 13 by 3, or you can convert it as 4 by 4 1 by 3. Okay, so the next what we are going to see is that, since we have seen here about mixed fraction, the next is adding mixed fractions. So you have 3 1 by 2 plus 2 1 by 2. This is also very simple only. What you have to do is that the first step is only different here. Since there is mixed fraction here, you should not try like adding these whole numbers and the fractional part separate, and you should not write it like 5 2 by 2. That and all you should not do. The first step while doing this mixed fraction is that convert, don't forget, convert mixed fraction to improper fraction. Okay, so this is the first and foremost step. Only after converting you are supposed to do. So if you are converting 3 1 by 2, what will you get? 3 into 2 plus 1 by 2. What will be the answer? It will be 7 by 2. And for 2 1 by 2, what will you get? 2 into 2 plus 1 by 2. You will be getting around 5 by 2. Okay, so luckily these two have turned out to be like fractions. So what you can do? You can just directly add them, like 7 plus 5 by 2, which is equal to 12 by 2. Further simplifying, you will be getting 6. Okay, so the answer is 6. Okay, so we'll see another example of adding mixed fractions where the denominator comes out to be different. So let's take 3 1 by 3 plus 2 3 by 5. Okay, so what you have to do, the first step, as I have told you, you are supposed to convert this mixed fraction into improper fraction. Putting 3 1 by 3 into improper, you will get 3 into 3 plus 1 by 3, which is actually equal to 10 by 3. And here when you are converting this 2 3 by 5 into mixed fraction, into improper fraction, you will actually get 2 into 5 plus 3 by 5, which is actually equal to 13 by 5. So we have got two different fractions, that is two different improper fractions with different denominators. So what will be the first step here? When the denominators are different, you are supposed to take LCM and make the denominators same. So what is the LCM for 3 and 5? The LCM for 3 and 5 will be 15. Okay, so now you have to convert this 3 and 5 into 15. So for converting 3 into 15, by which number will you multiply? You will be multiplying it by 5, because 3 into 5 is 15. So 10 by 3 will become, what you have to do? Should you multiply only the denominator by 5 and write 10 by 15? No, right? You have to multiply the numerator and denominator. Both you are supposed to multiply by 5. Whatever thing is done to the denominator should also be done to the numerator. So 50 by 15. Here 13 by 5 into 3 by 3. So you will get 39 by 15. So now you have derived at two fractions which have the same denominator, that is two like fractions. So you can just take the denominator as common and just add the 50 plus 39. What is 50 plus 39? Comes out to be 89, which is equal to 89 by 15. So here, since the question was given in mixed fraction, it's a necessary thing that you have to convert this improper fraction into a mixed fraction. Okay, in the question, if you get as mixed fraction, you must convert the improper fraction into the mixed fraction in the last step. So when you are converting, what will you get? So what is 89 divided by 15? You will be getting around 5 14 by 15. Okay, so you can also check it by seeing what is 15 into 5. 15 into 5 is 75 plus 14 will come out to be 89. Okay, so the answer is 5, 14 by 15. So I hope you have understood how we have to add the fractions. If you have any doubt regarding addition of fractions, please let me know in the comment section, so I'll come and clarify your doubts there.